Today on CJ Off-Road, we're going to go over why Jeep Wrangler prices vary so much from state to state. You're not going to want to miss this one. Hey guys, Matt with CJ Off-Road here. Now in this video, I wanted to kind of talk about a topic that I know a lot of you at home often think about, and it's why do Jeep prices vary so much from state to state? Now this is a question that I kind of wonder myself all the time, especially with the economy the way it is and COVID striking the entire country and the world. I've had a lot more time to sit at home and kind of check out some of the pricing all over the country and see what Jeep Wranglers, Jeep Gladiators, classic Jeeps are kind of going for in different parts of the country. It's very kind of strange to me to understand why the prices reflect the way they do. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I know a lot of you guys are as well. Like you say, hey, all the great deals are on the East Coast, all the great deals are down in Florida, all the great deals are on the West Coast, etc. But I had made a post on a Facebook group called Jeep Wrangler YJ, which I'm a huge fan of. They have a lot of great resources on there. I said I know what my Jeep is worth here in Central PA, but I'm curious to see what it's worth around the country. And honestly, the answers were kind of surprising. And today in this video, we're gonna go over some of those answers, talk about why they might reflect the way they do throughout the country. So this will be a really cool video, and it'll be kind of generic in the terms of most off-road vehicles will kind of fall into this category. So let's get started on this one. So I think the first bullet point of this video for me would be the general climate of the area in which the vehicle is coming from. And what I mean about that is here in Pennsylvania, we have a generally mild climate. However, some years we have really harsh winters where we see a ton of salt and a ton of damage to the frames of the vehicles. Now the climate and what I'm talking about is the impact that the climate has on the vehicle's condition over the years. So if you live in somewhere, say sunny Arizona or sunny California, Southern California, you're not going to see as much rust unless your Jeep is a beach vehicle, but you will see a lot more sun fading on the paint, you see a lot more sun fading and cracked dashes on the interior. So while you have a great frame and no rust underneath, the interior and the paint job are pretty much going to be shot unless you take care of it over the years. Now the climate and the impact that has on the vehicle will impact the pricing of it. Basically it's supply and demand on these vehicles. So if you have one that's in great shape and there's not many at all like you, you're going to be up in the price range. Now what this means for you is that if you are shopping for these vehicles, the crazy thing is that as you get further and further into the future, these older Jeeps and older basically any off-road vehicle are getting harder and harder to find that are low mileage, garage kept, maybe driven by your grandpa or something like that and not really abused, and that's why they're becoming so much more valuable. So basically this first bullet point, the reason I think the pricing varies so much from state to state based on the climate is the way the rest of the Jeeps or the rest of the off-road vehicles are around you in that area. Basically it's supply and demand, it's as simple as that. So I've heard just on that Jeep Wrangler YJ forum that I posted, I've read that it's somewhere in Southern California, the Jeep that I have could be worth $10,000 to $15,000. Here in Pennsylvania, I'm kind of seeing the same thing between $5,000 and $7,000, but that price difference to me is astronomical. I mean, going from 5 to 10 or even 7 to 15, that's a 100% price increase. So it's doubling what you paid or what you think it's worth in different areas of the country. So pretty cool to see that. Also, it goes on to my next point, and my number 2 bullet point is going to be the economics and the cost of living in that specific area. So like I just mentioned, my number 2 is the economics and cost of living and just general well-being, income ratios of the individuals living in that area. So say you're going to sell a vehicle in bright sunny California where the cost of living is extremely high comparatively to Pennsylvania or other states in the country, and therefore the used vehicle market is going to go up in price because the entire rest of the economy is also more expensive in that area. Gas prices are higher, milk prices are higher, anything that you buy in that state is going to be more expensive. Therefore it makes sense to have vehicles that are a little bit more pricey. Now here in PA, as well as many other states, the economics are pretty neutral. They're pretty much the same. They don't vary as much. But what I'm tending to notice is that it's going to fall back on my number 1 bullet point, is that the climate and that really impacts it and the supply and demand of it. Now I will say that areas that are a bit more affluent and have higher median incomes will be willing to pay more for an older vehicle or more for a Jeep Wrangler, period. So outside of Philadelphia here in Pennsylvania, there's a couple areas around there, Westchester, Berks, that are really a lot more affluent than other parts of the state and would be willing to pay more for a Jeep vehicle. You can notice this when you go from a place like that and you see used Jeeps on the lot to say going somewhere way up north, Sullivan County or something, for instance, that doesn't have as many Jeeps and doesn't have as high of a median income. Obviously the prices are going to reflect that, and that's what makes it vary a lot, even from state to state and then county by county. So if you're looking for a better deal, you might want to check out some of those places that aren't as well known, and you can find some smaller mom and pop lots where you can find some really great deals on Jeep Wranglers. So my number 3 reason for why the prices vary so much from state to state is going to be basically up to the individual that's listing the Jeep or off-road vehicle themselves. Now, when you list a vehicle on Marketplace or on Craigslist or basically on any other forum or outlet that you can post it, first thing I always do is check out what vehicles comparable to mine are listing for. Now, what that means is that if prices are going up in a certain state, so say you could find a YJ all day for $5,000 in your state, and then all of a sudden they start raising $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. What that's reflective of is what people are going to start posting their Jeeps for, and basically they can control the entire market just by looking what everyone else is posting at. So if you start posting more Jeeps at $8,000, $9,000, and $10,000, that's going to be the median price of a clean YJ. And that's great for you if you have a YJ already, which means that your pricing is going to go up, but kind of stinks if you're in the market like I was a few months back and trying to find one. Another thing too is always look at what comparable Jeeps are selling for in your state, or even in the tri-state or kind of around you state area. There are some people that'll just put a crazy high price up and see if they can get it, which kudos to those guys if you can get that price for it, but it really isn't reflective of what the market is showing. So basically, if you see someone selling it for a crazy high price and they get it, cool for them. That means your price is going to go up. That also means the economy and the market price is going to go up on those Jeep Wranglers or off-road vehicles. Now, overall, guys, those are my 3 bullet points on some things that would cause the prices of these Jeeps and off-road rigs to vary from state to state. Overall, it's extremely interesting for me to even read all this. I'm constantly on Bring a Trailer, on Craigslist, all over the place, just trying to see what these values are. And like I said in the beginning of that video, if you stayed along till this point, drop a comment below and where your area is, what state you're in, maybe even what county if you're comfortable posting that, and what you think my Jeep's worth. I'm gonna post up a couple pictures here with some descriptions of the Jeep, the mileage on it and everything, and I'll let you guys be the judge, because I'll maybe follow up this video and make like a nice pie chart or go on Microsoft Excel and make something really fancy and see what the median value is in different coasts and different areas, but that'll be a fun one. So definitely drop that comment below. If you have a clean Jeep and you're in the area or want to make the trip out, definitely drop us a comment below. I will reach out to you directly. We'd love to give a customer build onto our YouTube page. We're just starting that series, so definitely drop that below. Till next time, guys, make sure you stay tuned to our page. We have all the latest and greatest installation videos, as well as cool videos like this that keep you in the know and keep you with some cooler topics in the Jeep and off-road world. Till next time, guys, I hope you guys are staying safe, staying home, and I'll see you out on the trail.